Lastly, how much do you want to make? All right. Do you want to make a full-time income? Do you want to make $1,000 a week? Do you want to make $100 a week? You can easily times all that. Like if you took my 6 hours and you times it by 5 and made 30 hours a week, well then I'm making $6,000 a week. Okay. Hi everyone, how you going? Today we're talking about your plan. What is your plan? Okay, yeah, you want to sell on eBay, right? Simple, isn't it? Maybe. Maybe it is simple for you. Maybe it's not simple. Maybe you have people you can ask. Maybe you have people that can show you how to do things. Maybe you don't, okay? It's probably why you're here right now. You must have a plan, guys. Now, the most important thing is to not have a plan. It's not make the plan. It's actually sticking to the plan. You have to stick to your plan. If you say you're going to list all your items on eBay every Wednesday, do it. Stick to your plan, okay? If you're going to say every Saturday I'm gonna list for 4 hours every morning, and then I'll go out to lunch, okay? Stick to the plan. The plan will work if you have a plan. Now, what's your plan on what you're going to buy? Do you have interests? If you have interest in something, you're already halfway there, okay? I had interest in toys, okay? That's how I started selling on eBay. I've collected toys all my life, okay? Toys and comics were my thing. Now, that was the start of my plan, okay? I'm going to sell toys, okay? Now, I've deviated a couple of times and I've gone, all right, I'm going to sell power tools now. Yeah, power tools went really well, okay? That was a big mistake for me because I tried to branch out of the thing that I loved. And yes, I sold power tools. Yes, they made money. I found them and fixed them up, bought them, sold them. But it eventually failed because I wasn't interested in it. So if you have an interest, okay, if you have an interest in Swarovski crystals, there's your thing. There's your thing to sell. There's the start of your plan, okay? Let's go for a little walk. Now, this particular shed is set up in a way that I've planned everything, okay? So these comics in here, all right, they're put away because there's a plan, okay? I know what I'm doing with them, okay? These toys here, they were bought at a garage sale and they're ready to go on eBay, okay? These guys here are sitting here because they're going to the next toy fair, all right? We come out here, like everything's got a plan, you know? Here's my packing bench, by the way. This lot of toys here was all bought at a garage sale, and they're sitting there, and they haven't just been, stuck there just for the sake of it. There's a plan. I will go through them in a month, and I'll lay them all out on this bench, and then I will get photos. I'll put it on Facebook, showing people what I've got, and then I will start to list it on eBay. Everything has a plan, okay? All these Legos here, they've all got dates written on them because it's a plan, okay? At the end of 2 years of those dates, I pull them out and I put them on eBay. This is something I've just been working on, DVDs, okay? They were all laid out here. I took photos of them, put them on Facebook. People are starting to talk to me about it, and these ones here will actually go on eBay. There's a plan, okay? All these comics, there's a plan. Everything's got a plan. Everything's in here, and it's sitting somewhere because it's planned, okay? There, vintage Smurfs, they're just sitting there. They're waiting to go to the toy fair. Okay, so now here's what I want you to do. I want you to write down these 5 things, okay? Now this is going to start your plan, all right? Now the first one is your niche, okay? What are you going to sell? Do you have a particular interest? All right? Are you into something? Do you collect bottle tops? Do you have a collection already, and you think, well, okay, I can sell some of that? Or do you just want to go and sell whatever you find? Okay, do you want to go to garage sales and just buy whatever and just have a go of it? So write down something in that niche column. Okay, give yourself something to work on. Secondly, do you want to work full-time, or do you want to work part-time on this? Okay, now full-time meaning you've now got no job and you want to start a job. Okay, this is very doable. It can be done. Okay, I've done it for many years. I've worked full-time on eBay, and I quickly got into then working part-time because I started making so much money on it that I decided, rather than keep working full-time and just make stupid amounts of money, I would just make enough money to make myself comfortable, and I was going to enjoy my time off. Now, if you have a job already and it's a good job and you like it, don't leave your job. Okay, start this part-time. Okay, and then see how you go, because if you've already got a good job and you've got income, don't sacrifice that. All right, you do that later down the track. Okay, when your eBay business is established, then you can get into that sort of thing. All right. Thirdly, how much stock do you want to have? How much stock can you accumulate? How much stock can you store? Okay, if you're only doing this part-time, then you could quite easily have a couple of tubs in your lounge room or in your garage, and that's your stock. Okay, that's your stock to begin with. Now, you can go back and check my videos, heaps of videos. I'll put one up there right now, and see the extent of my stock. That's only because it was in my plan. Okay, I planned many years ago that I was going to have so much stock that when I finally did decide to end any normal form of work, that I would have something to do. Okay, that was my plan. Okay, and now I've got two storage sheds, and I've got my sheds on my property, and it's just full of stock. Okay, and that's because I planned that. That was my plan. Okay, I had a good plan at the beginning. Okay, so how much stock do you want to have? That's your third thing. Now, fourth thing, will you advertise your eBay store on your social medias? Okay, I have a Facebook page. I put things from my eBay store on my Facebook page quite regularly. Now that I'm doing YouTube, I actually put those videos on my Facebook and then direct them to my eBay store. Okay, but once again, that was all part of my plan. Okay, the plan was for that exact thing to happen. Okay, these videos that I'm making right now, they were planned 2 years ago. I didn't just wake up yesterday and go, right, that's it, I'm just going to bloody throw random videos on YouTube and hope that everyone watches them. It was a plan. I planned this. Okay, so will you share on your Facebook? You have to work that out. It can work for you and it can work against you. Okay, maybe you need to make up a devoted page associated with your eBay store and keep your name out of it. All right. Okay. Lastly, how much do you want to make? All right. Do you want to make a full-time income? Do you want to make $1,000 a week? Do you want to make $100 a week? $100 a week to start off with. You know, that's a little bit of shopping bill paid for there. Now, $100 a week is very manageable. I mean, I could take the camera right now go down to a garage sale this Saturday, and I'll buy a couple of things and I'll bring it back and I'll make $100 just like that. That's something that's extremely manageable, and you can do that all the time. Then you can go to the next garage sale and buy another few things and then sell them for $100. Okay. Now you got to work out how much profit you're making, because you may say you want to make $100, but that means if you're working on a 100% markup, which is what I do, I always got to work on 100% markup or more. So that way, if I sell $2,000 worth every week, I know that $1,000 of that is profit. So that's my money, okay? And the other $1,000 goes back into the business, and then I use that to buy new stock, okay? So how much do you want to make? And as an example, I'll let you know now what I do. Now, bear in mind, I'm not working anywhere near on eBay what I could or what I should be. So Monday mornings I get up and I pack whatever I sold over the weekend. That's usually an hour for me, okay? And then I walk away, I shut the office up, and I go and do whatever else I'm doing, okay? Tuesday, I do maintenance on my eBay store. So that means I'll go through and just see what's been sitting there too long. I may discount something, flip things around, unlist things, relist, things like that. Okay, that usually takes 2 hours. Now, then I have Wednesday and Thursday off, and then I come back on Friday. Now, Friday's my main day. It's still, it's an hour packing, okay, because I've got to pack everything that's sold between Monday and the Friday. So I pack all that. That's usually about an hour. Then I will pull stuff out of my my stock, my inventory, and I will list. I'll take photos, and then I'll sit down in front of the computer and I'll list. I can list pretty fast now, and that's another video away. I'm going to show you exactly from photo to hit list. I'm going to show you exactly how to do that. Okay, that's in a future video. All right. But that's what I do. That's about 2 hours. So all up, that's about 6 hours I work on eBay. Now that 6 hours makes me roughly, it's very rough, okay, about $1,000. Okay, so working on my 100% profit, I'm making about $500 a week profit, and I'm working 6 hours. Okay. Now, you know, you can easily times all that. Like if you took my 6 hours and you times it by 5 and made 30 hours a week, well then I'm making $6,000 a week. Okay, that's how it will work for me. All right. Okay, so go down, write those 5 things down. Write down what your answers are to them. Then you've got some kind of plan to work with. Okay, and then wait for my next video and we'll go through something else. I think the next video I'm going to do is all about your packaging supplies. Okay, thanks guys. In the meantime, just go up and watch this video here. Okay, that shows you where I get some of my stuff.